You guys ready for another exciting opening? Well, here we go! Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and today I'm here to review the anime Nichijou! Yeah. Now, Nichijou, which actually means every day in Japanese, is a very simple story that follows the over-the-top yet mundane lives of these three high school girls, as well as this little girl scientist and the robot that she created named Nano. Now, I've been extremely curious to watch Nichijou ever since I saw its first 3 episodes back in March. Those episodes gave me the same kind of feeling as when I watched Pony Pony Dash, Azumanga Daioh, and 8-Channel, all of which I found hilarious and a lot of fun. And although I can't wholeheartedly say that Nichijou is at the same level as those animes, I will say that I enjoyed watching it. The first thing that I really like about this anime, and you all saw this one coming, it has some solid animation with lively colors that kind of gave off this whole Crayola feel. It kind of feels very elementary-like. I just like the simplicity of the animation, and it has a lot of energy to it. This anime, at least to me, was funny throughout, with many different skit-like segments in each episode, almost in the same vein as Azumanga Daioh. I think they kind of had the same type of format. And yeah, many of the skit-like segments are hit or miss, but the ones that are hits, they hit hard, and they make you laugh out loud. I can name you multiple scenes, multiple moments scattered throughout this entire anime that made me laugh uncontrollably and tear up. That's how good they were. There's this one scene in the anime that I will never forget, and is probably one of the most outrageously hilarious moments I've ever seen in an anime, where this one character is wrestling with a deer. From start to finish, this was the best skit-like segment. This was the funniest moment in the entire anime, and just the way that it ended, I couldn't stop laughing. I could not believe what I saw. It was just so much fun, so bizarre, and just straight up hilarious. But not only does this anime have a lot of hilarious moments, but it also has a lot of relatable moments as well, which makes sense since it is a slice of life comedy anime. The situations and dilemmas that the characters face in this anime, ranging from forgetting their homework, to not doing their homework, being lazy and procrastinating, to dealing with annoying friends and siblings, dealing with poor customer service, being stuck in the rain, and a plethora of other things, are extremely relatable and help me to connect and empathize with these characters. And speaking of the characters, I found most of them to be very likable and entertaining, especially the 3 high school girls that we follow throughout this entire anime, Yuko, Mio, and Mai. They all were entertaining, they all had their moments to shine, each one of them had their own personality. My personal favorite was Yuko, although she was the most annoying, but she also had the most hilarious scenes in the entire anime, and I related to her. She probably was the type of person that I was in high school. Really loud, really bombastic, energetic, zany, and out of control. Definitely me. Although I was probably better looking than she was. There was also this really interesting and bizarrely funny character named Saul Sahara, who's this boy who acts like he's from an opulent, high-class family, but turns out to just be the son of a farming family. And I found it really hilarious how he acts all rich and proper, and he rides a goat to school. When I saw that in the first episode, I knew I was in for a treat with this character. He was hilarious. Some of the monologues and things that he says and the way that he behaves in the anime, just pure gold. And I love the whole reversal of like him being like very proper but coming from a low class family. That was hilarious. And he has this really mega tsundere girl that follows him around named Misato. This girl is like tsundere upon tsundere. This girl just attacks him with either like bazookas, rocket launchers, missiles, her guns, just be shooting him up and pretending like, oh, I didn't really care about you. tsundere to the max. And the last and probably greatest thing that I absolutely adore about this anime was its first opening theme and its first 3 ending themes. They were great, both visually and auditorily. I mean, they just got me hyped and excited. It was just full of energy. Just the opening alone just got me excited to watch the anime. And it kind of reminded me of the opening from Baka and Test. I was like, my god, this is so perfect. It fits the tone of this anime so well. But as much as I did enjoy this anime, I did have a couple problems with it. The first problem that I had was, although the absurd nature of the anime was funny, don't get me wrong, the novelty of that wears thin after a while, becoming less and less funny with each episode. Unlike some similar anime like Baka and Test or Azumanga Daioh, which were consistently funny, this anime lacked that consistency, being funny sometimes, but being not so funny other times. But I do stand by my previous statement about the anime being funny throughout. It was funny throughout, it just wasn't consistently funny throughout. And tying into my first problem, some of the segments in the anime were either unfunny or dragged on for way too long. An example of the latter is whenever Yuko and Mio would have these screaming fits that would just go on for way too long that it's not even funny anymore. And the segments that I found to be the most uninteresting, unfunny, and weakest were the moments between the little girl professor and her robot Nano. They just weren't that funny or memorable or even entertaining. They were really mundane, and I know that's the whole point. It is a slice of life anime, that they could have made it something interesting, something hilarious. They just came off as really weak and could have easily been taken out of the anime. I mean, the characters themselves aren't bad, it's just they never did anything to really stand out in my opinion, and I just got really bored with their segments. It's not a segment gone wrong, it's just a segment with no life in it. Another major issue that I had with this anime was, although I did find the animation to be lively, creative, and energetic, the character designs came off as completely generic, because most of the characters, especially the girl characters, all had the same face. The only difference between all the girls were their hair colors or their style of hair. But other than that, if you were to take out all the hairs on the girls and just line them all up, they all have the same facial structure. And to me, that kind of seemed a bit lazy that you couldn't come up with some unique character designs, at least for their faces. I mean, come on. This bothered me throughout the entire anime because I would confuse one character for another because they looked so damn similar I couldn't tell the two apart. And the last and probably biggest problem that I had with this anime was all the missed opportunities for hilarious character moments. This anime had a huge library of characters, yet they don't utilize them to their full potential. They just focus mainly on the 3 main high school girls and the little professor and her robot, which I understand they're the main characters, but you can also give some of these side characters a little bit more development, more hilarious scenes, kind of focus on them, and they do from time to time, but they just don't give them enough. There are so many hilarious characters that could have made for some hilarious and memorable moments, but again, they don't use them. Like this one character with an afro. He was the first character to get a laugh from me in the first few minutes of the anime, yet they don't utilize him. They don't really focus on his character. I thought they would give him some moments like a small segment here and there, but not much. He pops in the anime now and again, and sometimes I even forget that he was even a part of the anime. I'm like, oh shit, I remember you. Where the hell have you been? There's also this one character that also has a very unique hairstyle where he has a mohawk and he explains why he only has a mohawk, which I actually found really funny. And I wish they could have explored his character a little bit more and given more hilarious scenes. He does get a few here and there, but I just thought they weren't enough. There was also this coffee shop lady that she acts so nervously around customers that I found hilarious. The principal was really interesting and hilarious, and his relationship with the vice principal, I wish they could have fleshed out or even have more scenes with the principal and vice principal going at each other. There were the funny moments with the teachers. They kind of slack on that. They give them some scenes here and there, but they don't give them enough to work with. But overall, even with the myriad of problems this anime has, I still overall enjoyed it, and I will give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I found it to be a really enjoyable anime, and if you're a fan of animes like Azumanga Daioh, Pony Pony Dash, A-Channel, Minami-ke, or Baka and Test, I recommend checking this anime out. But anyway, what did you guys think of this anime? Did you really enjoy it? Did you get a kick out of it? Did you find it hilarious? Or did you find it really mundane and boring and you couldn't get into it? And let me know, what is your favorite wacky, over-the-top, slice-of-life comedy anime? Comment below and let me know. And by the way, did you guys know that I got this really interesting box from this company called Fanny Pack that does these monthly subscription boxes full of anime goodies? Well, if you didn't know, now I'm letting you know, and you can check this company out by clicking the link in the description, going to their website, learning more about them and the process of their subscription boxes. And actually, if you type in the code BCGXmas, you get 10% off your first subscription box. And it'll be from now all the way till December 19th. So don't miss out on an opportunity to get one of these awesome boxes. And if you want to see what I got in this box, please go check out my own unboxing video on my channel. It'll show you all the goodies that I got. And I'm really exhausted, so I'm just gonna end it here now. So until the next video comes, guys, if you would like to be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm Tony Water II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.